What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Dan here, and we are looking at another DC Multiverse figure. This time we are looking at the Captain Cold figure. Been out for a while. He's kind of been sitting off to the sidelines, waiting to be reviewed, and now's that time. And now, if you watch my videos, you know I normally start the video off with him in his box. Here's the box right behind him. However, I shot that and the audio got lost. It didn't get lost, actually. It just never recorded because my mic died. So kind of my fault. But anyway, we're here with him right now, so you won't get to see him in the box. But you will get to see him now. Now, I've got plenty of time to mess around with him and all that. So let's get into the review. But before we do, guys, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I do all sorts of action figure content and of the like, so I'd appreciate a follow. Anyway, here we are. Now, this Captain Cold figure actually came out at the same wave, I guess, as the Mr. Terrific figure and the Power Girl figure. And I'll leave links to those videos somewhere. But this was another character, and I never opened him for whatever reason. I think at that time I was just getting a bunch of figures, and he's kind of just been off the sidelines. But now it is finally time to review him. But yeah. So let's take a look here. So first thing we'll take a look at is his card here. There it is, looking really nice. Leonard Snart is his name. Oh, focus! Come on, man. There it is. Anyway, let's take a look at this figure. Now, this figure actually has something that I'm very annoyed. A very annoying feature, which I would say is not absolutely a deal breaker, but it is just kind of sad. These are the collector's edition figures that McFarlane has, and I would expect that they just, at the bare minimum, are a good figure without any, like, terrible flaws. But this one has a flaw that I'm very, very, a little upset. I'm really upset about it. So let's take a look at his accessories, and I'll get into to what I hate about it. Now, he comes with a couple different head sculpts. So you can see right here, he's got his smiling head sculpt. Focus. Anyway, you see it. So he's smiling there. You have these two head sculpts as well, which are very similar. One is kind of like he's more up. Like this one right here, he's more focused, man. He's more like smirking. I'd love for my camera to focus on it. He's more smirking there, and then with this one, a little more of a serious look on his face. And then he comes with a couple different hands. So he comes right here with two like open palm hands, which look really nice. I actually really like the detail on his gloves here, where like the knuckles are kind of like shown. I'm trying to get my camera to focus. There we go. I mean, that's the best it's gonna get. And he has a pair of fisted hands and a pair of what seem like holding hands, so they can hold stuff. So here's one. He's got the other on him right now. Now this is where my big gripe with it comes. So here's his gun. It comes with his freeze gun. Now, my problem here is we have all these accessories. We have the ability to add all these accessories to these figures, and he doesn't necessarily have a hand that's meant to hold this gun. Here's the hand that I have him holding. This takes so much power to get him to hold. You have to like bend back the fingers so hard just to get him to hold this, and he doesn't even hold it correctly. Like, it feels like they're bending way too much. And focus, come on, man. Like, it feels like he's just bending too much, and it's just like, why is it that we have to deal with that? This is an action figure. Like, why can't we just get basic stuff? Like, give him a hand that can easily hold his gun. It's really just like, how? Like, how is this allowed? Like the biggest thing too with McFarlane toys is that they don't stand ever. 80% of the figures have trouble just standing straight up. Like, here's this Deadshot figure, just falls right over. You can't get him to stand whatsoever without playing with the balancing and everything, trying to get his feet just right. It's just like, it's such a hassle, and it's so annoying. It's like, how can we not get the basic stuff from a figure? Like, it literally just can't stand, you know? And I know they include these little base plates, but we shouldn't need those to get them to stand. And I'm kind of going on a rant here. And then the fact that it's like, you give us all these accessories, which is nice, but you don't give us an accessory that's meant to hold his gun. Like, yes, these hands can technically hold his gun, but they really weren't meant to. They're meant to like hold like a pole or a staff, not a gun that's this thick at the handle. Like, it just feels like, really? Like, it feels like they're just putting so little effort into the figures that they can't even just give us basic stuff. Like them being able to hold their accessories or stand. Anyway, that's my rant. Because this really is annoying. Like, it's not, you can see it's not really meant to be holding this gun. Like, it looks fine, it's whatever, but still not meant to hold this gun. Just seems lazy. Other than that, though, the figure is really nice. Like, I really like this head sculpt. I like how the entire hood here is movable. Can't really get him looking up a ton, but that's kind of the limits of the hood. I like this, like his cowl area, like his shoulders are really nice. And I really like all the sculpted detail in his, like the blue parts of his suit, as you can see, which I really like. Same thing with even the story parts. There's lots of good detail in there. It's like, you feel like you get a lot of their figures where like it's just they color the same body mold. They don't put any sort of like detail or sculpt in it. But this one, you do get that. All those little details in the sculpt. He's got his nice little pouch here, which I thought was a holster, but I guess is just a pouch. The gun doesn't go in there. And that nice gold belt and all. Articulation is standard with McFarlane, you know, like that. The toe hinge is very pronounced. It's a very, like, it's much further back than other toe joints, and it doesn't actually like move forward a lot. Yeah, like, I can't get them to move it up. Not that it really matters, but would have been nice. Like, why put the cut there if it's not going to move, you know? Doesn't have any sort of like ab articulation, as you can see. He's got some good wrists and like elbows. Not bad. You know, I'm really just upset about the whole gun thing. Like, it just seems like such an easy thing to do. Like, give him a hand that can hold his gun, you know? Anyway, I am going to pose him up and be right back. All right, guys, we are back here, and we have another we have another Captain Cold. Now, I just remembered, I was about to film this last part, I was like, wait, there's another Captain Cold that I've had, and I started looking at them, I'm like, these guys are very similar. So similar, in fact, they have the same boots, the same body mold, not the same belt, but basically the only differences between these figures are just, I mean, the hood is even very similar. The hood is different, though. This one has a cape. This one has this, like, shoulder thing. And then, obviously, the paint is a little different. But it's all the same parts and such. Now, I know this one that we're reviewing today here has the classic look. This is a more modern, I guess, look to it. I'm not sure from what storyline this is from. But I got this figure because I knew I wanted to make a nice, like, Flash, like, Rogues Gallery. But I'll be honest, like, you know, I didn't know which one I'd like better. And I brought them down to compare, and I'm like, these figures are very similar. So similar. And I'm like, I don't know, it just makes me more upset about this figure. Like, all they really did was just give him a couple more head sculpts, different facial expressions, some extra hand sculpts, and didn't even give him a hand sculpt to hold his gun. It was meant to hold this gun, because that's what the figure was originally designed to hold. And he holds this gun just fine. So, anyway, those are kind of my thoughts of this figure. It just seems like really, like, Listen, what else are they going to add to a Captain Cold figure? You know, like, I'm okay with them reusing the body mold and everything and just changing up the paint, but it's like, it just shows how little effort they put into this figure that we're reviewing today. How lazy it was put together. I'm not saying it's a bad figure. If you don't have a Captain Cold figure, I think you should get whichever one of these you think is best. Whichever design you like better, I guess. It's just, I don't know. Like, come on. Like, I'm said that there are things wrong with this figure that just seem lazy, you know? And I guess, you know, that's their things. They just keep reusing lots of the figures. I mean, this one also has some cooler stuff. Like, I liked it has, like, these things on his side here. They could have given this one something like that. You know, I know this one is supposed to be just showing off the classic look. They didn't want to stray too far from it. This is supposed to be more modern with some more creative liberties taken with it. But yeah. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm complaining a lot about this figure. It's not a bad figure. I would say if you like the way it looks, the figure itself is okay. Like I said, the only real fault is the gun. It's just comparing these two, it just shows you how lazy they are making these figures. The fact that there's simple problems with this that they could improve upon, but they just like no. And then they charge more for this one. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below. I'm pretty sure I haven't thought of the title of this video, but I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty clickbaity because it's going to be like, I've never had a figure that annoyed me so much. I was going to say pissed me off this much, but apparently that's not a good word to use. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out some more of my videos. Anyway, guys, peace out.